game. We don't win the game, and especially when you don't win the last game of the season. We know it's a long off season. But going into this game, we knew that we weren't playing a football game, playing our rival, playing for pride, wanted to finish it a certain way. But I thought our guys just fought hard from start to finish. I mean, we left a lot of plays out there, like to have over, but the guys competed. You have to give Northwestern a lot of credit. Coach Fitzgerald and their team. I mean, they're representing our side of the conference. They played this way all year, found a way to win the football game. But as you kind of look on the overall picture a little bit for where we are, the win total isn't what it will be, but there was progress made. And again, I just wanted to see the team compete a certain way this last game. But we know all season is upon us now. There's some things we need to do, coaching staff-wise, player-wise. Of course, we'll hit the recruiting trail as soon as we possibly can and try to add some more good football players to a good returning group that we're really excited about. Take your question.
You got two openings on defense for sure. You anticipating more potentially or not?
I don't anticipate. I would hope that everyone, and we were, you're concentrating on just Northwestern up until this point. The future will take care of itself. We have plenty of time for that. I know the coaches on my staff. I think our coaching staff, worked hard, did as good a job as we possibly could. We know we need to improve on a lot of things, but I like the way the guys came to work each day. But the future will take care of itself.
Lovie, discuss the decision to kept going for 3 when their defense has a hard time stopping the opponent.
Well, because I went for 3 because I thought that's what we needed to do at the time to give ourselves a chance at the end. Do we have a chance at the end?
Mm-hmm.
That's why. We got it to a 1-score game, which we wanted to do. Some of those 4th and longs, I don't think I would change anything, any decision that we made throughout it. Felt pretty good about the plan that we had, except for just, maybe completing a few more at the end.
You felt a lot better this week compared to a week ago.
Yeah, Bob, I'd say quite a bit. And it's just not always the score. And we know what the score was last week, but it's the way we played. Our guys fought right up until we couldn't anymore. And that's what you want to see each week, as a coach. So yeah, we feel a lot better as we go into the next time, all season. And of course, the next time we play, we have some players that didn't get a chance to play this year on our roster right now. Excited about seeing some of them. But yes, answer your question.
Lovie, as you look for a defensive coordinator, what are the most important things to you?
I think we have plenty of time for all of that. Right now, I can talk a lot about, how this game went. I hadn't really thought too far along those lines. I have a lot of options. One option feels pretty good to me, that I'll just kind of keep to myself right now.
Lovie, what'd you tell the seniors who have left a big impact on this program the last time?
Told them a lot. Seemed like that's been the case all week. Once you get down to last Monday, last Tuesday, last pregame, and then last game, just thank them as much as anything for what they've done for our program. Outstanding leadership, talking about leading by example. It's everything you want, guys. They came from different ways. JC, graduate transfer, here the entire time, walked on from Australia. They did an awful lot. We wanted to send them out a different way, but their impact on our program will be felt for years to come, I really think.
Lovie, statistically, this defense gave up more points than any defense here. What concerns you most, or what has to be fixed the most?
Well, I'm going to go on how we finished today against a team that could end up being Big Ten champion. Same defense played pretty good today, especially in the second half. A lot of things contribute to that. A lot of injuries and things like that. But I'm going to forget all of that and just go on how those guys competed at the end. Played pretty good at the end. And that's how we're going to go into the season, building from there. We're going to add a few. Of course, critique everything that we've done, and we'll have different results next year.
How do you feel about recruiting moving forward?
Feel good. Recruiting now is, a lot of it is kind of been decided, but we have a lot of commitments. We have a good class coming in. We need to be able to keep that class, of course, and add a few more pieces, which we should. I think as guys, as prospects out there, look at our program. I think at certain positions you can kind of see where I could come in and have an impact. We're close. A lot of those young players, their third year in the systems, pretty excited about all of that. So we're going to attack recruiting full speed ahead and hopefully add another good recruit class.
Is it possible, Coach, you would go get another AJ? I mean, they can't get him. Could you get another?
I just, well, right now we like options for everything.
Okay.
I mean, we're going to try to improve our ball club, and you look at all different ways that you can. Through graduate transfers in general, junior college players, high school players, walk-ons. We're going to try to improve our ball club through all of those avenues.
The drop passes today were the issue again. Talk about that.
Yeah, disappointing. As you look at the game, thought AJ was outstanding. But that's been the case. We've left some plays on the field in the passing game. Split in the first game. Thanks to the guys. Most of the guys that dropped some passes during the game came back strong at the end and made a couple plays. But I think watching the game, you can see that ended up being an 8-point game, and we left some plays out there that could have affected the outcome.
Lovie, through 3 years, how do you evaluate where you've been and now where you're going in year 4, and how important that year will be for you?
Year four, of course, is very important. But that's how you come in and you start. We overhaul the program. When you overhaul the program, when you start a new business, the last thing you normally see is a profit. So we knew that there was going to be some dark days, but as we look to the future, I like the way the future looks. And adding, as I said, some few pieces. So how I evaluate the program is where we are right now. We haven't won enough football game right now, but those are coming.
How much do you feel like the talent level needs to increase from where you're at now to get to where you want to be?
It will, but that's a part of the plan too. You can't overhaul, do it all in 1 year. Just each year you start adding more and more good football players. So each year we set out to have a better class the next year, and that's the case this year also. So the talent level has improved, but it's going to improve a whole lot more too.
Lovie, you've had one full season now with Rod Smith. Just what impact has he made on your program?
I think he did exactly what we wanted him to do. He came in and gave our offense an identity on who we are, what we want to do, how we want to win football games. Offensive staff, I think, did an outstanding job. Guys stepped up. We had a lot of players that, offensive line stayed intact throughout, giving our running backs a chance to set all type of, personal records. Of course, Reggie Corbin was outstanding. I'm just excited about adding some more to that. But the second year in the system is pretty exciting.
As a defensive guy, do you look for the same thing in your coordinator?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. But guys, just don't think we're getting ready to go and junk everything that we've been doing. I believe in what we have been doing. And the coordinator per se, we'll add some more coaches, but again, we have a plan that we feel pretty good about.
You mentioned earlier about the committed guys for out of this next year's class. What's your message to them into the off season now?
We're close. You can be the difference. That's going to be the message as we go out on the recruiting trail. And it's just not hot air. I think if you watch the game today, I think you can picture yourself, of course, being that little bit that we're missing right now. I think you look at some of the young players we have. This is kind of our time now. We've crawled. It's time for us to walk. And I think, I think players, recruits out there, I know the response has been good. Even after last week, you assume people would know what we saw from our guys last week. They were even more committed to helping. When family's in trouble, you can't wait to come and do something about it, and that's what we've seen on the recruiting trail.
AJ hasn't been here for this 4 years like a normal senior, but what's his value been after 1 year and to come out and play this final game like that?
I was just in the locker room talking with, to AJ about that. When you come in, you bring a guy, you have 1 year, and AJ got here at training camp. The impact he's had in such a short period of time That's exactly. If you can get that from graduate transfers coming in, you know, just a little bit you add to your program. But to be the quarterback too, to end up being pretty much in a captain's role, again, we can't thank him enough for what he was able to do for our program. AJ has been through an awful lot, but he should feel good about how his career, on a personal level, how his career finished, with him having a chance, leading a team and giving the team life and you know, having an opportunity to win each week.
Anything else? Okay, our players will be available out in the hallway as they finish up.